Have you ever thought about how to show women you're strong and confident in your relationships? In today's world, many men feel lost because they don't know how to stay strong and in control in their relationships. They are often overpowered by fear, lack of confidence, and social anxiety. Stresses in these tough times. The Stoic philosophy can help you find peace and power inside ourselves. Stoicism not only teaches us how to deal with problems, but it also gives us golden rules for building a strong and independent life. For example, Emperor Marcus Aurelius once said that real power comes from being able to control oneself and not let outside influences affect you. Not only does this quote stress how important self-control is, but it also tells us to find our own strength. Are you interested in how Stoic principles can help you be more confident and decisive with women? Here are the 10 golden rules of Stoicism, which range from setting clear limits to liking yourself and communicating openly and honestly. Each rule will teach you something useful, giving you the confidence and strength to keep interactions healthy and strong. Watch the whole video and don't miss any of the lessons that Stoicism has to offer. Only by learning and following these rules can you find the way to mastering yourself and having success in your relationships. Are you ready to go on this journey with us? Write something, "I'm ready." Stoic philosophy says that the first rule is to trust your gut and thoughts. It is very important to trust your gut and emotions if you want to stay wise and in control. Epicure, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "The only person who can truly destroy you is yourself. The only way you can be destroyed is if you allow yourself to be destroyed." These words are a powerful reminder that we need to trust ourselves and listen to our inner voice in order to live a more meaningful and effective life. Being able to trust yourself means more than just going with your gut. It also means knowing what you stand for and what you can do. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, wrote in Meditations that outside things cannot touch the soul, only judgments affect it. This means that if you trust yourself, you have more control over how you see and react to problems and pressures from the outside world. In modern times, many scientific studies also show how important it is to trust yourself. Carl Rogers, the founder of humanistic psychology, said that having confidence in yourself and good feelings about yourself are the keys to personal growth and keeping healthy relationships. This shows that having faith in your own worth not only makes you better, but it also helps you make real connections with other people that last. Stoic philosophy says that being able to evaluate and think about yourself is an important part of believing yourself. Daily self-reflection is a good way to think about your feelings, choices, and actions. Renowned Stoic philosopher Seneca said that everyone should think about what they did well and what they need to work on every day. Improvement. This not only helps us get better, but it also makes us more confident in our own ability to grow and handle ourselves. When you trust your feelings, you understand and accept them instead of trying to hide or deny them. This doesn't mean having your feelings decide what you do. It means being aware of them and using them to help you make smart choices. For example, worry could mean that you need to pay more attention to something, while happiness could mean that you are on the right track. An American philosopher named Ralph Waldo Emerson once said something famous that fits this rule. "Every heart beats to that iron string." These words remind us that everyone has their own road, and trusting yourself is the best way to find and follow it. Setting clear limits is rule number 2. Have you ever been tired because you couldn't say no when you needed to? If so, You may have been in situations where other people invaded your personal space. Stoic ideas about time and energy. Setting clear limits is not only a useful trick for handling daily issues, but also a deep way to keep your peace and self-respect. First, let's tell a story. Lynn, a young graphic artist, always tried to make everyone happy. She never turned down a request, at work or in her personal life. As a result, Lynn was often too busy and tired. Have you ever been in a situation like Lynn's? Lynn decided one day that she needed to change. She started to learn how to set limits and say no when she needed to. After a while, she saw that her life became more balanced, her mental health got better, and her relationships with other people got better too. According to the Stoic philosopher Seneca, Lynn's story shows how important it is to set limits. Surround yourself with people who are likely to make you better. Those that you can personally make better. This saying shows how important it is to pick relationships carefully, making sure they fit with your values and make your life better. Setting clear boundaries is not only about keeping personal space safe, but also about building a framework that supports mental and emotional health. This is especially important in today's world, where being constantly connected can cause stress and burnout. Setting limits helps you take care of yourself first and keep a good mix between work and life. Have you ever been tired because you couldn't say no to work or requests from other people? To set boundaries, you must first understand your limits. Think about what you can and cannot put up with. Being self-aware is important for setting personal boundaries. Once you know your limits, make sure others know them. This may mean having tough conversations, but it's important that others understand and accept your boundaries. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Do you find it hard to tell others what your boundaries are? Setting and sticking to boundaries takes consistency. People won't follow through with a rule that you set if you don't enforce it. Be firm and stick to your limits, but also accept other people's boundaries. From the point of view of a Stoic, this mutual respect makes interactions healthy and balanced. Boundaries aren't meant to keep people apart. They're meant to make a place where goodness can grow. Setting limits is a way to take charge of our lives and make sure we focus our energy on what really matters. By doing this, we protect our time from pointless obligations and distractions, which lets us live with more purpose. Rule number 3. Love yourself. To love yourself is not to be selfish, but to respect yourself. This saying tells us of how important self-love is in Stoic thought. Loving yourself is more than just taking care of yourself. It also means recognizing your worth and skills. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "You alone can determine your own worth." In today's world, we are often caught up in social and work pressures, easily ignoring self-care. Do you often feel tired and worn out trying to please others? If so, it's time to spend more time loving yourself. This doesn't mean becoming selfish. Instead, it means making yourself stronger so that you can better support and help others. Loving yourself starts with taking care of your physical and mental health. Exercise, eat well, and get enough rest. Have you ever tried changing your daily habits for better health? Being aware of your emotions and moods is also very important. When you know yourself well, it's easier to deal with life's challenges and pressures. Self-esteem and confidence are important parts of self-love. Carl Rogers, a psychologist, said that having confidence in yourself and good feelings about yourself are the keys to personal growth and healthy relationships. Do you often think about how great you are and what you've done? Remember that everyone has their own values and contributions. You have to forgive yourself in order to love yourself. We are not perfect, and we all make mistakes. The important thing is to learn from them and not blame yourself too much. Marcus Aurelius, a philosopher, said, "Accept everything that happens to you with gratitude, for everything that happens to you helps you advance." Do you find it hard to forgive yourself when you mess up? Make sure you remember that every day is a new chance to start over and get better. Forgiving and being kind to yourself are the first steps to growing as a person. Dear friend, liking yourself helps you stay true to your nature and values, and it also helps you make real connections with other people. Take time to love and care for yourself, because you can only make other people strong and sure of themselves when you are strong and sure of yourself. How have you shown love and care for yourself? Share your story in the comments below to help get the point across that this lesson has meaning. Rule number 4. Communication that is open and honest. Communication is what makes partnerships work. Have you ever found it hard to say what you really think in Stoic philosophy? One of the most important things for building and keeping good relationships is open and honest communication. Being honest in conversation not only lets you say what you really think, but it also builds trust and respect between people. Suppose you have a close friend whose habits make you angry every day. Instead of telling them how you feel, you choose to stay quiet and put up with it. Over time, your anger builds up and causes distance in your relationship. If you had chosen to talk openly and honestly from the start, things might have gone better. Have you ever been in a similar situation? If you've ever been through this, please tell us how you dealt with it so we can learn. In his work, Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be true to yourself and others. This tell us that being honest is important for keeping relationships healthy. Sharing your thoughts and feelings is only one part of open communication. You should also listen to and value the views of others. When you genuinely listen, you show that you care about and value the other person's opinion, which builds trust in reality. A lot of problems can come up with open and honest conversation. The truth can sometimes hurt other people or lead to. The truth can help solve problems and make relationships stronger, but only if it is said with care and sincerity. To start, pick the right time and way to say what you need to say while showing respect and understanding. Open and honest communication is the key to building and keeping relationships strong. It takes courage to share and respect to listen. Remember that being honest not only helps you show who you really are, but it also builds trust so that people can grow and understand each other. Sincerity and openness in communication not only make relationships last, but they also reflect the core values of Stoic philosophy. If you want to build real, meaningful connections, you should always talk to people with an open heart and an honest soul. Rule number 5. Take charge of your life. Have you ever thought about who in Stoic philosophy really runs your life? Self-mastery and taking care of your life are two of the most important principles because they help you live a meaningful, confident, and independent life. Think about the leaders in history who didn't let fate decide their fate, but made their own way. One of the famous Stoic emperors, Marcus Aurelius, always told himself how important it was to be able to control himself. In his work, Meditations, he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This reminds us to focus on what we can control and not let outside forces control us. Setting clear goals and detailed plans to reach them is an important part of self-mastery. Do you regularly set goals for yourself? When you know what you want and have a plan to get it, you'll feel more confident and sure of yourself. This will not only help you reach your goals, but it will also make you feel like you're in charge of your life. This means taking responsibility for your choices and behaviors, no matter what happens. As another Stoic said, we can't always change what happens, but we can change how we react to it. When you take responsibility for what happens, you become stronger and more able to handle the problems of life. Self-mastery can be reached by doing certain things every day. Start by being good at managing your time, making healthy habits, and learning new things all the time. You may find that taking charge of small daily tasks will help you become more independent in making big life decisions. Finally, we want to send you a meaningful message through this rule. Remember that you are in charge of your own life. Mastering yourself not only helps you reach your goals, but it also gives you peace of mind and confidence. Live proactively and direct your life the way you want to, because you are the only one who knows what is best for you. You are already halfway to becoming superior to others. Your position here shows that you are ready to start the process of self-improvement. But our journey doesn't end here. Let's try something new. Please like, share, and comment on this movie. I'd like to go on. Let's keep going on our trip today. Sixth rule: keep your life in order. A well-run life is the key to freedom. In Stoic philosophy, this saying tells us of how important it is to keep things in order. Organizing your life not only makes you more productive, but it also makes you feel better. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "It's not that we don't have much time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Being organized helps you make better use of your time. Focus on important jobs and lessen stress that isn't necessary. Have you ever been worn out by the mess in your life? If so, start by getting your living and work areas in order. Small daily jobs are the start of a well-organized life. First, clean up your desk, put your clothes away, and make a list of the things you need to do each day. When you keep things in order, your mind will feel lighter and more at ease. Do you often take the time to organize your living space? Besides helping you keep track of time and space, being organized helps you focus on long-term goals. Make a list of your goals and break them down into specific steps to make them easier to reach. When everything is in its place, you'll have more time to focus on what's really important in life. Remember that being organized not only makes your life easier, but it also brings you peace and inner freedom. By keeping your life organized, you create a space for growth and reaching your goals. Start with the smallest jobs and keep your daily life in order. Are you ready to show how determined you are? Please leave a comment. Present in Stoic thought. Focusing on the present is an important part of living a meaningful and satisfying life. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus taught that we can only control what is happening right now. He said that what matters is how you react to what happens to you. This reminds us that worrying about things we can't change is pointless and wastes energy. Modern scientific research also backs this up. Many studies have shown that practicing mindfulness can lower stress, improve mental health, and make people happier with their lives. Do you regularly practice mindfulness to keep your mind in the present? To practice being present, you can start with simple exercises like deep breathing, focusing on your senses, or naming your thoughts and feelings without judging them. Spend a few minutes every day sitting still and focusing on your breath. This will help you become calmer and more balanced in life. Emperor Marcus Aurelius was under a lot of stress, but he always kept his mind on the present and dealt with each problem calmly. He wrote, When you wake up in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to joy, to love being present. This will not only help you lower your stress, but it will also bring you peace and happiness. Rule number 8, be confident and humble. Being confident means knowing your own worth, and being humble means knowing the worth of others. This saying stresses how important it is to balance confidence and humility in life. In Stoic philosophy, both are necessary for living a meaningful and harmonious life. One person who embodies confidence is Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Even though he faced many problems, he always stuck to his decisions and led the country with unwavering determination. Being strong means knowing yourself and not letting outside influences change you. But confidence needs to be paired with humility. Being humble helps you see that you can always learn something from other people and that you should never be happy with what you have. Another Stoic teacher said that we should always be learning because life is always teaching us new things. Being humble keeps you learning and growing in real life. To find a balance between confidence and humility, you need to be honest about your skills and listen to and value other people's views. Be sure of what you do, but keep an open mind and a desire to improve yourself. Remember that having a life that is equal parts confidence and humility will not only help you succeed, but it will also help you build strong relationships that last. One of the most famous philosophers and scientists of all time, Aristotle, said that knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. This is the key to living a full and worthwhile life. Rule number 9. Practice understanding and patience. Have you ever lost your cool when things got tough? According to the Stoic philosophy, understanding and patience are two of the most important things that keep life in balance and at peace. By working on these two traits, you can handle problems more calmly and wisely. Being patient means being able to wait without losing your cool. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, once said that we can't change the things that happen to us, but we can change how we respond to them. This reminds us that being patient helps us keep our minds clear and not let bad things affect us. Understanding feelings, on the other hand, means being able to relate to and understand other people. It helps you see things from different points of view and make better choices. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, said, "If you want other people to be patient with you, be patient with them." This quote encourages us to be kind and patient with others all the time. To become more patient and understanding, you can start by practicing mindfulness. Focus on your breath and notice your thoughts and feelings without judging them. This will help you stay calm and patient when things get stressful. Have you ever tried mindfulness to stay cool and know what's going on? Remember that understanding and patience are what get you through life's storms. Being patient gives you time to think things through and make smart decisions. Being understanding lets you see the world with an open heart and a compassionate soul. When you combine the two, you not only stand strong in tough situations, but you also bring peace and love to those around you. Use these wings every day to take your life to new heights. Rule number 10. Say no. Have you ever agreed to do something you later felt bad about? If you want to protect your mental and physical health, you need to be able to say no to requests that aren't necessary. You keep your private time and place safe. Why is it so hard to say no? Because we don't want to let people down or be seen as selfish, but saying yes to everything can lead to stress and burnout. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "No one can force you to do something you do not want if you protect your own freedom. This reminds us that the right to refuse is an important part of personal freedom. As an example, Min was an office worker who always tried to please everyone around him. He often took on extra work without saying no, which led to stress and overload. Eventually, Min decided to learn how to say no in a polite but firm way. As a result, he felt more balanced in life and was more productive at work. To learn to say no, you need to be clear about what you want. Write down your priorities and beliefs. Focus on what's important, and don't be afraid to say no to things that don't help you reach your goals. When you say no, be polite and respectful, but also firm and clear. Think of it as a way to say yes to yourself and the things that really matter in life. Refusing isn't selfish. It's a way to protect your valuable resources. Only by knowing when to decline can you devote your energy and passion to your true goals and values. When you follow Stoic principles like setting clear boundaries, self-love, and open communication. Taking charge of your life, planning it out, being present, having confidence, and being humble. Your relationships will get a lot better if you learn to be patient and know when to say no. True strength comes from controlling yourself and treating others with respect. Remember that big changes start with small steps you take every day. As Marcus Aurelius said, the power of your mind is in your calm and self-control. We want to thank all of you for following Stoic habits on this journey of self-discovery. Please show your support by telling us which Stoic ideals speak to you the most in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future journeys. Have a nice trip and see you soon.